Security also gave us an extra large men's shirt. Do you have any cool trivia questions? I have none. I've been all out all day.
No, hold on. I got to get it. Yeah, let's answer the crypto problem. Yeah, who's... Okay, either one of these, if you can identify, because everyone's got these badges that are punch cards. Yeah, if anyone can identify what punch card this is. There they go. Someone there. Terminator.
All right. So a couple of things. We've announced a couple of times before. I'll do it one more time. If you are commuting to ShmooCon and you are parking in the hotel parking lot, you will want to stop by registration. We have discount parking codes. They'll save you a ton of money. They're available for all the entire time that ShmooCon is running. You will get a discount to the parking, so it's $15 a day instead of like $32. So please pick one up at registration. Also, the first hidden contest clue is available posted outside of registration. So if you're working on the hidden contest, go to registration and you can read the clue. Also, I hope that you all bought a whole bunch of Shmoo balls to throw at Simple Nomad. He's going to spout a bunch of good stuff and a bunch of crap in order to get you to throw Shmoo balls about crypto and stuff that you need to be doing to protect yourself when you're doing good stuff and nefarious stuff. So give a warm round of applause to Simple Nomad.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you to the Shmoo people for inviting me back again. I would have showed up anyway, whether I was speaking or not, and whether I had a ticket or not. I probably just would have showed up and tried to sneak in somehow. But nonetheless, this is one of my favorite cons, and we'll just kind of go through this real quick. I'm with NMRC. I used to be with Vernier, but that's because Vernier has now changed their name. I'm now with Autonomic Networks. And so that's kind of different. I was planning on releasing some code, but I'm not going to release some code because I was extremely busy with work. The name change, and then it's Silicon Valley stuff. We're now in stealth mode, all right? So there you go. So if I'm going to show the concept of something later on in the talk, and it's new and interesting and weird, and when I first told Bruce about it, we were at dinner, he just said, "That's nuts. You can't do that. That's just stupid." So we'll let you be the judge of that. Maybe he just thought, well, we'll get him up there and people throw stuff at him, and it'll be funny. I do write encryption tools. I've made many mistakes when writing them, and I'm still learning from that stuff. I don't profess to be a coder. My main strength is in protocol analysis. So that's kind of the rough background there. Disclaimer. A couple years ago I gave a talk on the Hacking the Friendly Skies talk, and I recently did some stuff on that Dreamliner 787 thing and whatnot. So there'll be no airplane talk during this particular one. Is Ovi Carroll here? Damn, I was sure he was going to be here. Ovi and Brett Padres do the pardon? Cyberspeak. Yeah, they do Cyberspeak. It's a computer forensics podcast, and they keep mentioning me in there in a very negative light because they think it's funny. So I thought I'd get him. Also, the reason there's not going to be any airplane talk is because do not listen to Mike Loveless. It is really sad, they're saying, okay, you get to be a talking head on CNN. What's your name? My name is Mark Loveless. And so, boom, there we go. That's, yeah, Mark's a porn star, yeah. So just, if you see that guy, don't listen to him. Okay? Also, just another disclaimer on this. I'm not giving away any state secrets in this talk. Okay? Federal, okay, well, just, you know. Federal, I don't know. All right, well, we'll see what happens. And for those of you that may be concerned that I'm giving the terrorists things to do stuff to us with, they already know all this stuff. Okay? So roughly here's our agenda. I'll give a bit of background, which will be for those of you that don't know anything about crypto, and for those of you that do, it's going to be extraordinarily boring. I'll give some scenarios for what I think hackers, now this is the thing, this is kind of the point of the talk, you know, what should hackers be doing as far as crypto goes? We have a little bit of a different needs than, say, normal people, or the straights, or the civilians, or whatever you want to call them. And I have a section about being, thinking that you're very elite. There is the infamous "What would Dan Kaminsky do?" section of the talk, which will become readily apparent at the end why that's the nut part of the thing. And that's no slam against Dan Kaminsky, but there you have it. And then I will explain last year. Does anyone? Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. But the Vernier T-shirts that were included in the bags from last year, I'm going to explain the back of that shirt a little bit. Do a quick summary. All right, what we're going to be talking about, I'll cover roughly and generally various algorithms. I'll touch on a few exotic things. I'm not going to, and basically I'm going to be talking about encryption solutions to a given scenario. And I'm not going to cover every single scenario. I just want to get you guys thinking about this kind of stuff. I'm not going to cover enterprise solutions, so if you're an enterprise person, then sorry. I'm not going to cover any of the various regulations. So if you're wondering, oh, you know, is he going to talk about something so that, you know, the bank is going to encrypt the credit card numbers or whatever correctly and store them safely? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to discuss hashing algorithms because that really is what would Dan Kaminsky do kind of thing anyway. I'll also talk about a few things that are bullshit. Okay, so we'll cover, hopefully we'll get to a lot of fun stuff. Okay, we do talk this talk about how we're all really, you know, we're security people, right? Right? Okay, all right, just making sure I was in the right room. Okay. But the thing is like, you know, we talk about this stuff, but do we actually go through and actually do it? Do we understand, fully understand, all the implications of using encryption? Do we understand the strengths and weaknesses in individual given scenarios? And that's kind of the core of this. Just some background so you kind of understand some of these algorithms and things I might mention. Stream ciphers. SSL, TLS, those are, if you hear me mention stream cipher, this is, you can relate it to that. You know, VPNs would be considered in that arena as well for the most part. Symmetric algorithms, AES, which was Reindahl, the winner of the NIS, hooray, I'm the greatest algorithm writer in the world contest. Two-fish, triple DES, those kinds of things. Asymmetric algorithms, RSA, PGP, the whole, you know, public-private thing. Stream cipher pluses, they are good protection against sniffing attacks. Does everyone pretty much agree with that? I think that's good. There is some level of affirmation that the target is who they say they are. Now you can do a whole presentation on where, you know, keys and all this thing with certificates and whatnot. But assuming that you are, like, say, doing some type of certificate exchange, there's some type of cryptographic thing going back and forth, you can do some, in most cases, do some type of, I'm pretty sure that is who I think it is. Okay? So these are good things. Some minuses, though, is that there's really no protection on the endpoints. You know, if you send sensitive data from insecure computer, you know, over this wondrously encrypted link to another insecure computer, you know, you're still unprotected on the endpoints. And the part where it's just in transit is, you know, at that point it was just ridiculous if you're just leaving it open on either end. Obviously, if you're doing, you know, IDS, IPS stuff, unless you're doing some type of SSL proxy or man in the middle, there's actually a few companies that do this. They say we will SSL man in the middle all your SSL